Happy Bette and Tina week, because I think we should declare this a worldwide holiday. This week we are getting episode 2 of season 3 of Generation Q. It's titled LA Traffic, Los Angeles Traffic, and we are going today to be talking about what's coming up in episode 2 and the rest of the season, because we're going to be doing one of my ridiculous frame by frame analysis of the trailer that played at the end of the season premiere. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about that picture that the press secretary, the US press secretary, posted. I know, a very strange source, but I'll take it. I love it. Thank you to her for posting. So we're going to go over all of that. And also, I would think that this is assumed, but I'm just going to say it. There's going to be spoilers in this video because this is a channel that talks obsessively about the L word, and a lot of that is when they're filming, what's happening, and also what's coming up on the show through trailers, pictures, and all the thousands of ways that I cover the show. So spoilers through the entire video. I mean, I can't tell anyone what to do, but if you want to post on social media and stuff, maybe put that your account has spoilers, because some people don't like to be spoiled. But a really good way to not spoil other people too is to discuss things in the comments. But obviously, do whatever you need to do. Let's get right into it. Okay, 1 second in, that first little bit with Bette and Tina when it comes out of the screen, that's like a different angle than we saw before. And just the way that Tina said in episode 1 that she's flying to Toronto tomorrow, this episode I think is going to take place boom, right from where we were, in the same sense that episode 1 literally picked up where we were. I think that we're going to be in pretty much the same timeline for this episode.
I agree.
So next we have this scene, and they're wearing the same outfits in the first trailer for season 3. You can tell, and since that trailer came out, that 1 second clip of them in that, I've been saying I really think that this is going to be them either play reenacting or just joking or saying something like that. It's going to be them reenacting the first time they ever met. I've talked about this in tons of videos, and I think that's what we're going to get in this scene when they're at the Marcus Allenwood show, because the artist who did the piece last season, which Angie and Bette open in the season finale, that artist actually did all these pieces for this show. And also we had Dani last episode saying, oh, I'm going to do an event for Bette. That is the only thing that doesn't really line up with the timeline, because obviously this event is coming up soon. But they could also do what happened last episode, where we do pick up right where we left off, and then we do skip forward a little bit, or even, a week down the road, because usually L Word episodes take place over a day, and then there's a week between the episodes, but they can obviously change that like they did last episode.
They're coming together? Maybe. I love the drama though.
I mean, isn't that all of us? Isn't that all of us?
Not having a baby. We're just talking about I didn't say yes to the baby.
Who's the guy?
I mean, I don't have much to say about this because I said it last episode. I just think it's odd that people who were together for a year wouldn't have a discussion about, I don't know, such big things as if you want to be married or if you want to have kids. I just don't understand it.
Okay, what do you want to know?
So we see Angie kissing this guy, and the question is, Angie definitely has something go down with this. We see her throwing the rock through the car later in the trailer, and that little clip was actually in the original trailer. In the original trailer, there's another scene with that car where somebody does that Titanic thing. Maybe that's a really old reference, but I'm sorry. And they have the hand on the foggy window. So it seems as though Angie sleeps with the person in the car. I mean, obviously it could be someone else, I'm assuming. Then something happens that she throws the rock through the car. So it could be this guy, it could be someone else later on down the season.
While I was in rehab.
They don't mean anything.
So Sophie slept with someone else. I mean, I've said this in every single video, and I know there's people that watch every single video, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but there's people that ask me the same questions every day, and some people don't watch every video. So things like this that are like big overarching things for the season, I do like to try and reinforce, but I really don't think anyone who was together in season 2 is going to be together in season 3 in the finale. I mean, because Bette and Tina technically weren't together in season 2. So I think that the whole Sophie Finley thing might in the later half of the season be over. There seems to be a lot going on, and then we even saw in the first trailer like Sophie with someone else, so that could be this stray person. Yeah, and also this to me just why would these people not have this discussion?
You, Alice, come on, one day.
Joey Lauren Adams is going to be in episode 3, and we also have seen the pictures from the episode with Alice wearing that suit. So this seems to be episode 3. Margaret Cho's in that episode 2, and there's a lot of other people going on there as well. And also this episode 3, seems to be Alice's 100th episode.
Together involves you lying.
I think that's Nat and Gigi at Alice's 100th episode, because it seems as though Dani did take the job of doing Alice's 100th episode, and they're there for that reason. Maybe Alice invited Nat.
Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Stop acting like one.
I just hate this so much. Like, I hate it. Also, I mean, I hate it that they're splitting them up, like, obviously, but I also hate it the fact that they're just like really making Dani, this just seems really weird behavior, like out of character, and it's so obvious that they're just like rushing through this. They can't, you know, even, I mean, I just don't understand why you would do this to the future of the show, but that's a discussion for another day, which I'm sure Jess and I will discuss on Friday. If you haven't had a chance to check out my live from last Friday, I've left it up and open for everyone who wants to watch it, because it was a really good live and we talked about some really cool stuff. So I thought that people would want to watch it, and also I wanted a chance for people who are Jess's like podcast fans to be able to listen to it too. So I'll link it in the description box down below. If you like L Word gossip and behind the scenes stuff, go check it out. And there's some cool stories in there too. And we're doing another one this Friday, usual time, usual place. The link's up already, so I'll put it down below, but make sure you're there if you want to hear all the L Word tea and gossip.
I do know you have a really funny way of showing it.
As I said, I don't think anyone's staying together. This bit of Tess throwing the water on Shane, it's episode 4 because it's the Halloween episode, and Kaylani is in that episode too. She's at this Halloween party. So does Shane and Kaylani get together, and does Tess see them? I'm not sure where those bits come from where like Tess is crying. Like maybe something happens with her mom, or it could just be them splitting up, because that bit where she's saying you have a funny way of showing it, that could be after this Halloween water throwing.
I gotta hit the head by pounding a gallon of iced tea. My name's Carrie. Steve.
So that's the bit I've been talking about too, where that's going to be Carrie's new love interest. And I know I've spoken about this a lot, so if you haven't heard it, there's basically all my previous videos go over it, where Marja posted that bowling ball picture. So it's episode 7 that it seems that stuff's happening in, and they seem to have Carrie like becoming friends with the Gen Qers because she seems to be like friendly with Finley and stuff. So that seems to be the angle that they're going to keep Carrie on the show.
Misty.
I've got to go. You might miss out on something.
No! So this seems to be Bette and Tina at the Marcus Allenwood show. Tina has to leave. Bette looks absolutely devastated. And I think this is going to be Tina Goes. And we do see Tina in a car in a little bit in the trailer. And then we see like all the traffic congestion from all the pictures and from the other trailer. And then we see Bette having her Imagine Me and You moment where she's tearing down LA traffic and going to get her woman. So I'm so excited for this episode in particular because it just looks amazing, and I think we're going to get lots of callbacks like last episode, but even more because I mean last episode we just got like a tiny, I mean there was lots of build up and lots of great scenes with them together, but them really being together was just like the last like 60 seconds of the show, so, or a couple of minutes. That scene was really good, but this episode it seems as though we're going to get a lot going on. And then, as I've also spoken about before, I think that Bette goes after Tina, goes with Tina to Toronto, and we do have them coming back for epic stuff at the end of the season, which I'll talk about more when I talk about the press secretary's picture. But I'm not sure how we get back from that. Like, I'm not sure how we get from going to Toronto and then we get this big event at the end of the season, because yeah, I'm not sure how that whole thing works out quite yet, but I'll talk about that more in a second.
Something real. Should we try again?
So yeah, we know Tom is coming back, and a couple of weeks ago when I did my board, I had, where is it? Episode 8, I had Tom because we knew from one of the crew members posting a video that Leisha and Donald Faison walked behind in the video. And at the time it was so odd because we hadn't seen Donald on set, and I was like, why is he around? I mean, it could be episode 7, it could be episode 8, I'm not sure which one. It was around episode 8 filming. I was really confused, but I guess, you know, we didn't get anything cleared up in the premiere about them, but then we apparently get Alice going and saying, oh, let's maybe try again. So that looks like Shane, because it looks like Shane's ring. That's Sophie and Finley from the premiere. Not sure who that is. That is Bette and Tina without a doubt, because you can see the necklace, and those are definitely Bette's hands and the nail color she had on in episode 1. Without doubt. This is boom. We come back into episode 2. This is what we're getting. I'm telling you. There's Tess throw. There's lots of throwing shit. Dani, Angie, Tess. That must be their new building, because it's like all the, you know, Shane and Finley, we've seen them in like all the construction stuff. So this, you can see like the 2 zeros. So it's Alice's 100th episode. And then Dani and Gigi are obviously there. And we, well, let me show it and then I'll talk about the car. So this is going to be Thanksgiving. As I said, you know, we have holidays this season. Jamie Clayton did tell me that on set, which is really cool because I feel like it just like grounds the show a bit more, because you know, we've never gotten any indication of like holiday episodes before, like ever. Okay, so interesting tidbit here. This person that is shown a lot with Dani in episode 4, apparently this character is going to have gone to school with Dani, and there's going to be like a whole scene. Well, there was supposed to be a whole scene with this person, and this person was originally supposed to be played by Demi Lovato. I don't know what happened, but it was really far down the line, because in some of the like notes for like the scripts and stuff like that, it still has Demi Lovato, because they were in the notes, they were like questioning whether they needed to get like a singing release form, because there's going to be a scene. Again, this was in the script, so they could have changed this, but it did say that they were going to have Dani and this person sing Wannabe by the Spice Girls, because I think they were going to have gone to middle school together. So they were questioning in the notes whether, because Demi Lovato was singing and she was singing like someone else's song, do we need to get like clearance for that? So I don't know what happened, why Demi didn't do it, and why they didn't like do like another stunt casting. Maybe it was like really short notice that she couldn't do it and they just had to get someone else. So I'll be interested to see whether they keep that little like Spice Girls thing, because I would, the Spice Girls on the L Word, somebody has been reading my dream journal, that's for sure. I mean, Bette and Tina together, Spice Girls on the L Word, holiday episodes, they took notes from last season. That's for sure. So this is next episode when they're in LA traffic, and you know, in the other trailer we see them all like cheering when Bette gets out of the car. I can't wait. So this person falling in the pool, I'm pretty sure is Sophie. Not 1,000%, but in the other trailer, you see this image of like this quick flash of Sophie where she has that hairstyle and a green dress on. So I'm pretty sure it's Sophie. This is Bette and Tina walking off into the sunset together. I'm telling you. I don't know this for a fact, but I believe it in my bones, because there was a picture posted yesterday of all the OGs on set with the White House press secretary, and yeah, they had these outfits on. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, it could be the rehearsal and stuff. The rehearsal, they're doing that at Dana's. So this is like everything they shot in Malibu with like the lights and stuff. That's episode 10. Episode 9 is still on the set. And I mean, they may have bits at the end of the episode where they're already in Malibu. But yeah, that's what's happening, because I was on set for episodes 9 and the 10 table read. That is what I really think it's going to be. Maybe it's not the very, very end of the episode, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, literally them walking off hand in hand into the sunset, that's a pretty good ending, but there could be something else. But I mean, when I tell you I cannot wait for this, I am so excited, and I cannot wait most of all because I'm going to watch the episode in LA, do my review, do craziness, going off the rails, and then on the Sunday, I'm going to the watch party in LA to watch it with everyone who comes. So if you are going to the LA watch party, please come say hi, because this is definitely going to be like the most absolutely amazing Bette and Tina L Word moment, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be there with a ton of other L Word fans. So this is a little dirty trick they're doing here. They showed Gigi in the car like a couple of frames ago, and now they show Tina in the car, and then they show this accident, and it's the L Word, you know, as Jennifer Beals said, it's not going to be roses and sunshine and chocolate, it's the L Word, but they're not killing anyone. Like when I found out like about Gigi going, that was the first question I asked. I was like, you're not killing her, are you? And she's in episode 3. Like we've already seen the pictures, we've already seen this bit in the trailer with the 100th episode for Alice, which we know is in episode 3, so they're not killing her, but obviously we know she's not going to be in the rest of the season. And Tina, I think it's just from her leaving the Marcus Allenwood event, so don't worry, they're not doing anything to Tina either. And so that's it. That is the trailer. So just to talk briefly about the picture, I mean, this is clearly Bette and Tina's wedding. I have been talking about Bette and Tina's wedding for about 8 weeks now. Maybe longer than that even. But as I've said already, like I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this. It's 15 years, 20 years. This is what we've been wanting from the start. I know some people were like, oh, about the outfits and stuff. I love the outfits. I way prefer that what they're wearing than like doing like white dresses and stuff. Like no, I wouldn't want that. Like this is what I want, and I love the location. It looks amazing. If you want to know more about the location and like other stuff about the upcoming season, I have a ton of videos going over it all. I'll link them in the cards above and the description box below and the comments. So make sure to go and check out those if you want to know everything about the L Word Generation Q season 3. And I'll be back. Of course, I have a video tomorrow coming out. I have a live on Friday with Jess, the review, breakdown, trailer breakdown, reactions, everything is coming this weekend because it's going to be an insane episode. I'm telling you now. So look forward to it, and happy Bette and Tina week to you. As always, make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.